Hey there. So I read this blog from time to time called A Sabbath Mood Homeschool. I really like it. And I read a post today. I don't know if it's a recent post. It came across my Facebook newsfeed, and it was about what to do in times of crisis and how to keep homeschooling going when everything is just really stressful. And I've been thinking about that a lot because I don't know what it is about this month. We have had the hardest month. It's October. I don't know if it's the fall. I don't know if it's that I was like disappointed I didn't get to squeeze every drop of summer out of this past summer. Whatever it is, I was really upset because I feel like we haven't really had a chance to do the things that we really wanted to do over the summer. And then everything just got really hard and confusing. My husband has been having a hard time just because his father passed away last year, and we've had a bunch of financial things come up because we inherited a house, and so there's all the things that come with that. And I've had a lot of friends have really hard times, just people having crisis after crisis, it seems like, health problems and things like that. And so because of that, we haven't really been able to school the way that we wanted to school. I started classes August 2nd, I think, and we're still in week 4, which is really sad. And I say that first because I want you to feel better. If you're behind, it's okay. This is part of life. When we homeschool, we make this conscious decision to choose not to emulate a traditional system or setup. And so it's not really possible for us to homeschool exactly like a school would do it. We live in a house, we live inside the house, and the more people live in the house and are in the house, the more mess there is, the more stuff there is to do, the more interruptions there are. And this stuff is completely normal. In fact, if I don't get interrupted while I'm making this video, it's going to be a miracle. So the reason I'm making a video is because I've had a very stressful week. I haven't blogged in months. And I know that everybody's constantly writing me emails asking for some help, because this is the season, fall, when everyone's really focused on their homeschool and trying to make it the best year they can. And I was right there at the end of the summer, but right now I'm just in this place where everything is too much. So so I decided to make you a little video instead of writing, because it's faster and I can focus on work because I've taken on some students this term, and I've also gone back to work in journalism, so it's just too much for me to keep up with for blogging and stuff like that. So anyways, I would just want to encourage you, first of all, you should read the blog I was just talking about on Sabbath Mood. I'll see if I can include a link at the bottom on this post. But also, I just want to encourage you to think about school in terms of life. This is training for life. College is one thing. College does not emulate real life. And your students are going to have to be able to get along both in college and in quote-unquote real life. And to be perfectly honest, I don't feel like college prepares people for real life at all. It's a very protected environment. Most people who succeed in college, will do well elsewhere. But of course, you can't expect college to turn someone into a person who's capable of functioning in reality. So I would just encourage you, if you're also going through a tough time where you feel like everything is just kind of spiraling out of control, or it's too much and you worry if maybe you shouldn't be homeschooling, we have this really great setup. Our schedule and our routine is kind of like the core of our educational situation. And because we follow Charlotte Mason's methods, we obviously do things a certain way. So we make sure that we have lots of time for reading aloud, short lessons, and we pay really close attention to habits, like the habit of attention, habit of truthfulness, obedience, close attention. I already said that, I think. So those things are really important, and they're really helpful to keep your homeschool going, so that when you achieve a time of peace, which is actually a rare thing in a homeschooling house, especially one with a large family, that peace will just be so amazing, because it's just kind of like the day flows and everything's easy. But when you're in a time of crisis, the schedule and the routine brings you comfort. I'm running short on time. I can't make this a very long video, so I'll try to just wrap up my points by saying that if you're in a time of crisis right now, you don't need to stress out about school. The kids are learning plenty. What you do need to stress out about is how you're handling your crisis. They're watching you and seeing you. So, your job is really to help calm them, calm the situation, resolve whatever the issues are that are causing the crisis, and really just try to be a good example for them. To give them things to think about. Kids should have something to think about every day, something to do every day. Continue to give them work and chores, even if things are rough, especially for mom. Like, I realized this summer I kind of let them slide with all their chores, and all of a sudden I was like, why am I so stressed out? Well, I'm doing 5, 6 people's jobs now, and I can't focus on the things that I'm required to focus on because I just have too much on my plate. So when my kids are doing what they're supposed to, I don't have so much on my plate, and I'm doing better. And so the routine is really important, making sure you give them something really great to think about, something really great to do, and something really great to love. Make them feel that they are loved, they're welcomed, they're a part of your environment and your situation, even in times of crisis, especially in times of crisis. Kids need to know that you're in this together, you're going to get out of this together, and it's going to be okay. I especially would encourage you when you're thinking about things to put in their mind, to put true and beautiful things in their mind. Don't waste any time with bad stories or boring stories. Just really build them up with beautiful literature that builds character and is important. Even if you just read one thing each day, just make sure it's really good and inspires them and causes them to think. The stories of the saints are really great for that. And focus on the 2 main things that are really going to help them, especially the younger children. Focusing on their mathematics and memorizing stuff. Doesn't take a lot of preparation, but it's something you can do and you should do every day. And focusing on their writing and speaking, narration and copy work or dictation. Those things are really critical. The older kids, if they're in time of crisis, they also need something to think about. And they need a lot to think about that gives them peace or gives them direction or some ideas for resolving their own feelings and emotions about whatever crisis is going on. So make sure you're really being cautious with what kinds of literature you're giving them and what purpose it's serving. Don't let them get bored. Continue to give them work and let them be a part of resolving the crisis. So anyways, I hope this has been helpful. I really encourage you not to panic or worry. I'm right there with you. Everybody is. It's a really tough situation. In this day and age, homeschooling is just not easy. And so be patient with yourselves and be patient with your children. And accept your limitations, but always push and strive to do better every day. Remember, your routine is going to be your saving grace, because at the end of the day, you will have done and accomplished those things that you feel really pressured to do and accomplish. And you won't have any regrets if you've at least stuck to some kind of a routine or to-do list or thing that incorporates all the elements that you want to make sure they get in there, like math and writing and narration and reading a good book and getting some time outside. So I hope this has been helpful, and I'm sorry for not vlogging very much lately, but I'll get back to it very soon. Okay, bye.